He seems oddly familiar. Welcome once again to another live protocol video. So on this video, as you can see on this side, I'm going to be focusing on the INTJ personality type and what they find most attractive, not just in other people, but in life in general. Much can be said about the INTJ personality type, and if you are watching this video, then I'm going to assume that you know a little bit of MBTI and typology. So you know that INTJs are predisposed to be good at strategy, they're predisposed to be good at planning, but the main concern that they go through life, that they experience when they go through life, in my opinion, I do believe that they are very guarded and they are very, I wouldn't say afraid, but maybe a little bit anxious of being betrayed. So that's I think that's the reason behind all this this strategy. So they can prevent heartache, they can prevent bad outcomes, bad future outcomes. And so that tells me that they value honesty and trustworthiness. They are also very rational, so they are going to be attracted to people that don't put emotions at the forefront. And there's something else about the INTJs that comes to my mind. It talks to the part that they are guarded, and sometimes that self-preservation instinct or disposition makes them maybe be a little bit too guarded and be too focused on preventing suffering, basically, right? So they are attracted to people that can naturally break down their walls at the same time making them feel comfortable. They need people to bring them out of their shell because they are so guarded. Anyway, I'm giving you way too much about the video and I don't want to do that. So thank you so much for watching and I hope you love the show.
What are INTJs attracted to? INTJs are one of the rarest personality types in the world. They are known for their intelligence and strategic thinking skills. But what about their love lives? What kind of people do INTJs find attractive? What do they value the most in life? In this video we will discuss what INTJs are attracted to, and provide some tips on how to attract an INTJ partner. If you're an INTJ, and you're looking for some guidance on what to look for in a partner, this video is also for you, as it's packed with useful information that can potentially help you in your everyday life. What INTJs value the most? Let's begin by exploring the cognitive functions of the INTJ. They lead with a function that is known as introverted intuition, or NI, and this function focuses primarily on forecasting. People with INTJ preferences, most of all, live thinking about the future. They always try to prepare in advance, in order to mitigate possible negative outcomes, and maximize the chances of success. This means that they look for the bigger picture, or the end goal. They seldom concern themselves with little details. What matters to them is the main concept or the finished result. They adopt this way of thinking to everything in their lives, from work, friendships, personal projects, and even romantic relationships. It's automatic, it happens effortlessly without any conscious effort on their part. But why are they so keen on strategizing and planning in advance? To answer this question, we'll have to dive deeper into what INTJs absolutely detest the most, and that is betrayal and treachery. So logically, what INTJs value the most is the opposite of betrayal and treachery. In other words, INTJs value people they know are trustworthy. Trust is absolutely indispensable to INTJs, so it's safe to assume they are attracted to people who prove to be honest. Being dishonest is a great way to keep an INTJ at bay. INTJs are also attracted to intelligence. They prefer people who display the capacity to understand, but sometimes human emotions can cloud people's best judgments. I believe that even though introverted intuition can be very imaginative, it also harbors a great sense of logic. When INTJs predict or follow a train of thought far into the future, they don't have the tendency to fall into the absurd or fantastic. Instead, they follow the steps that logically make sense. They use logic, and never separate it from the idea. I believe that to be the reason why so many INTJs mistype themselves as INTPs, because NI has a strong logic component bound to it. When we take this information into consideration, we can assume that INTJs are attracted to people who can think logically, rationally, are honest and trustworthy. Another aspect to take into consideration is that INTJs are very guarded. I believe them to be the most emotionally impenetrable type of all. What are INTJs attracted to? INTJs are one of the most introverted types of all, and one of the most prudent. As I mentioned before, the way they live their lives and everything they do, is basically an attempt to avoid negative consequences and heartache. This constant need for self-preservation can become too neurotic for them to bear. Constantly living in a defensive mode can take a toll on their mental health. This prompts them to naturally feel an attraction to someone who can gently break those walls down, someone who can take them out of their comfort zone, whilst making them feel comfortable at the same time. ENFPs, for example, are a great match for INTJs, because they are one of the most open-minded and accepting types. They may seem bubbly and spacey on the outside, but they possess a genuine interest in understanding people on a deeper level. INTJs crave understanding, therefore they are attracted to the understanding nature types like ENFPs provide, but good luck having an INTJ verbally express they want others to understand them. Moreover, INTJs are attracted to people who can provide a safe space for them to be themselves, a space where they don't feel judged, are free to show their insecurities, and be vulnerable. I have to add that spotting an INTJ exhibiting their vulnerable side is indeed a rare sight or occasion. But it can be done. To achieve that, the INTJ must completely and 100% trust the other person. 99.9 won't do. It has to be total and complete trust. Another aspect INTJs are attracted to is independence. INTJs are themselves a very independent type. Well, they would have to be. When you have a hard time trusting others, you must learn to fend for yourself. And that is how INTJs behave basically their entire lives. They are used to being alone and not relying on anyone, which means they appreciate or are attracted to people who share the same trait. INTJs simply could not be in a long-lasting relationship with a codependent partner, codependent meaning excessive emotional or psychological reliance on a partner. INTJs need their alone time. They are introverts after all, and like all introverts, they require solitude to recharge and restore. In conclusion, I'll end the video by saying that INTJs are attracted to people who can naturally bring them out of their shell, by being open-minded and understanding. Someone who can bring them out of their comfort zone, whilst making them feel comfortable, someone who can provide a safe space for them to be vulnerable, without being afraid of being judged. They also need someone who is intelligent and prioritizes rationality and logic, instead of someone who chooses emotions and feelings. And most important, INTJs are attracted to honesty, transparency, and trustworthiness. I cannot state this point enough. INTJs and trust go hand in hand. When trust ceases to exist, so does the relationship. If you have an INTJ in your life, make sure not to give them any reasons for them to suspect you. They are suspicious by nature. That's another perk of introverted intuition. Never forget that INTJs are highly intelligent and can easily read between the lines. They will find out when people are being less than honest. But if you prove to be loyal, understanding, and accepting, then prepare yourself to see a whole new side of them, a goofy, playful, and loving side they keep reserved only for the worthy.
If you liked the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. That will allow us to keep making more videos like this. For more related content, please click on one of the suggested videos. Thank you for watching.